talents, Dutch Paralympic talents, swimming talents. We're here in Eindhoven. They have a very nice training with Hinky Schreuder, the Olympic champion here in Eindhoven. So busy with the organization of this event. And they're here watching this evening. The athletes, and of course a little bit the Dutch boys, who are doing also an amazing job here in Eindhoven.
I said, no, that's me, but you're going to run.
Well, that's a great question, and that was because people from the whole fund is legendary. Did win several Olympic medals on 100 meter freestyle in 2004, Athens City. We did the Olympic champion 200 meter freestyle in 2000. European champion, world champion, now a massive swimmer here. He comes from Eindhoven. His dad was here to the medal ceremonies 2 times. I think, well, perhaps he will be here again, but people from the whole club came from Eindhoven, so it's obvious his name is from this one.
Hopefully, for those of you who subscribe to the other March fan page on Twitter, that's answered your question. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our first event. This is the men's 100 meters freestyle SM3.
First final of the evening. Swiss swimmer nearest the camera there. I don't think we've seen a Swiss swimmer in the final this week. Torben Schmidtke from Germany goes in lane 1. Yuri Brzezinski from Ukraine. Well, he shocked everyone winning the golden 100 backstroke. Joseph Craig, well, this young man has had a very eventful 2014 already, been reclassified from the S7 class, now swimming as an S8. He's well placed in this final, next to the world record holder Denis Tarasov and his Russian teammate Konstantin Lysenkov, both medalists at the World Championships last year. Bohdan Hronenko, he goes in lane 6, medalist in the breaststroke event yesterday. Mortensen from Denmark goes in 7. And Joshua Grope of Switzerland goes in lane number 8, the 17-year-old in the outside lane from Switzerland. Denis Tarasov, the world and European record holder, set that in the World Championships last year, and he took gold. One swimmer starting in the water, the rest from the blocks. This is the men's 100 freestyle S8.
Well, very good start as expected from Tarasov. The pace in the middle lanes expected to be really hot on this one. 56.48 is the world record, as Paul said, and already Tarasov absolutely dominating this field. God, 35 metres is already a body length up. I think this will be a bit too much for Joseph Craig, just in lane 3 from Great Britain on the outside to live with. It's a good turn from Tarasov over the wall very quickly. And clawing his way back now a little bit, Paul. Lysenkov.
Yeah, Lysenkov coming back into contention against his teammate, but I think Tarasov may just about have enough to hold off Lysenkov into the last 15 metres. Joseph Craig doing well, he's level with Hronenko, battling for the bronze, but it's going to be Tarasov now. Denis Tarasov, watch the clock, it's going to be very fast. It's very fast indeed, it's a new world record time for Denis Tarasov of Russia. And what a way to start the evening. A world record for Tarasov. He takes gold for Russia. Lysenkov will take the silver medal. And in the bronze medal position, it is Hronenko from Ukraine, just under the 1 minute mark. Joseph Craig in 4th position.
Well, it was absolutely sensational stuff from Tarasov, and you can see how much it means to him. Season's best, world record, of course. Absolutely wonderful freestyle swimming. Very, very even, high-elbowed stroke, really brought to the fore by the great Alexei Popov from Russia, who double Olympic gold medalist. First man ever to, or second man, only second man ever to successfully defend the 100 freestyle at the Olympics. And there we go. over almost double speed. There it is, he whips it over, whacks the time pad really hard, makes sure it goes off, no manual backup needed on the timing. Bit of a hook, actually, on his left hand. He looks to see the clock. Wonder if he can see anything through those goggles. Well, he certainly can once he takes them off.
He sees it now, doesn't he? Denis Tarasov has been on the medal podium this week. First time of the week we see Denis Tarasov take the gold medal. The world record has gone Konstantin Lysenkov in the silver medal position, and there has been a disqualification which does affect the medal positions. Joseph Gray from Great Britain will now take the bronze. Henenko from Ukraine has been disqualified. The men's 100 backstroke S9. Lawrence McGivern from Ireland was the fastest from the heats this morning. Bastian Fontaine from Germany in lane 1. Alexander Skaliuk in 2. James Crisp from Great Britain in 3. Over 50 international medals to his name already in his long career. Lawrence McGivern from Ireland in 4, the fastest qualifier. Patrick Biskup from Poland, the youngster in lane number 5. Tamas Tolt in lane number 6 for Hungary. Kasaba Melinger, the second Hungarian, in 7. And Matthias Bartnik from Poland in lane number 8. McGivern looked good in the heat, but there were several, including James Crisp, who were holding back. European record holder Crisp in 3, McGivern in 4. The men's 100 backstroke S9.
Well, it's a fool's game to call this one, Paul, but absolutely sensational start from Melinger of Hungary in lane number 7. Also going well, Tamas Top underwater, but look at the rest of the field, who all have leg impairments now, clawing back against those two who had the advantage at the start. Good stroke turnover from all the field. God, it's going to be very tight. James Crisp looks like he's going to be over first. He is. And Tamas Top not making the most of that underwater section as he did on the start. James Crisp now looking absolutely great, but this in your centre of your lane.
James Crisp now, McGivern right next to him. It looks like Crisp may well take this one. It could be another European title for James Crisp. Tamas Tolt in second position, but James Crisp from Great Britain, he's hanging on. He's going to become the European champion again in 104.30. James Crisp takes gold for Great Britain. Tamas Tolt for Hungary takes the silver, and the bronze goes to the 16-year-old from Poland, Patrick Biskup. And it was very tight at the end, and James Crisp, boy, that was hard work for James Crisp, but he managed to hang on in the closing stages. Tamas Todt had a good start. There's a young man, Patrick Biskup from Poland. He clenches his fist there. He's got the bronze medal. But James Crisp is the champion.
Well, James Crisp about second away from his best. He is the European record holder, set that record in Sheffield 4 years ago. Gets the finish pretty much spot on. We're slow away from the start, Paul, as we'd expect to see. He's got a leg disability, but he's got tremendous power in his shoulders and a fantastic roll. There you can see the roll on the backstroke. And what that does is as each arm goes in, that allows the access to the big muscles down the side of the body, enables him to put a lot more power into the water than if he'd stayed square in the water.
James Crisp takes the gold medal and the European title for Great Britain. Silver to Hungary, Tamas Todt, and bronze to Poland, Patrick Biskup. Men's 100 metres backstroke S10 final. Fastest qualifier from the heats, Olivier van der Voort from the Netherlands. He looked very good in this morning's heats. Gino Caetano from Portugal goes in lane number 1. Sven de Casteca in lane number 2, the Belgian. Dmitry Grigorev in 3 from Russia. Already twice a champion here. Olivier van der Voort, the young man who swam lifetime best in the heats this morning, 101.64. Next to the European champion, Cardo Plumipool from Estonia. Johan Geralt-Cano is a second, in lane 6. He was qualified there in 4th position, the Spaniard. Maxim Isaev from 7 in Ukraine. And Simone Chiuli from Italy in lane number 8. Well, Olivier van der Voort, 16 years of age. Lower leg amputee. He goes in lane number 4, next to Cardo Plumipool from Estonia, the European record holder.
Well, good underwater section, especially in lane 3, Grigorev and Geralt-Cano in lane number 6. The field, of course, flattening out as we've seen with the men's event in S9. Well, Geralt-Cano right over on the lane rope there. That's undoubtedly going to be costing him time. It's going to be van der Voort into the turn first, Paul.
Yeah, van der Voort goes over ahead of the European champion. Cardo Plumipool came out very, very well there. Level with Olivier van der Voort of the Netherlands. Cardo Plumipool, the more experienced of the two. 26 years of age, there's 10 years between these two swimmers. And Cardo Plumipool coming back on Olivier van der Voort. And van der Voort is holding on as they come, as they approach the flags. Van der Voort with those long limbs. Is it going to go to the Netherlands? All on the touch. Van der Voort will get the gold for the Netherlands. And what a time of 101.09 for Olivier van der Voort. Ahead of the defending champion Cardo Plumipool in 2nd position. And Sven de Kastika on the medal podium for Belgium after his disappointment in the 200 metres individual medley. It's gold for the Netherlands, silver Estonia and bronze for Belgium.
Well, of the two, Plumipool had a nicer, smoother backstroke, but it was the young man from the Netherlands who brought it home. Had a slight stutter in his stroke, which I think comes from the imbalance in his leg kick. And that ricochets almost up the body and affects the smooth nature of the backstroke. It was a good swim for him, good time for him. Here he comes into the final 5 metres, and you can just see in this slow-mo a very, very slight bob to the head. Very, very close at the finish. And in fairness, Paul, I think he was actually decelerating a bit. Either that or Plumipool was accelerating a bit, probably a combination of both. But, well, to be honest, Plumipool, the European record holder, should have really taken the race out slightly harder. There you can see the Dutchman, leg amp, and that will be what's a big celebration.
A good one, wasn't it? The young man, 16 years of age. Olivier van der Voort is now the European champion. Cardo Plumipool from Estonia, the silver. And Sven de Kastika for Belgium will take the bronze medal. Very close that race, wasn't it? The women's 100 metres backstroke, S10. Summer Mortimer in lane number 4, the world record holder. Anel Roulet from France in lane 1. Lina Vats from Sweden in 2. Bianca Papp from Hungary in lane number 3. Summer Mortimer, now representing the Netherlands, won Paralympic gold medal for Canada, has now moved over to the Netherlands. Alice Ty from Great Britain, 15 years of age in lane number 5. Nina Ryabova, she's had a good championships, the champion in the 200 medley. Isabel Hernando Santos, always very good off the start. And Margie Oosterhuis from the Netherlands in lane number 8. This is the women's S10 100 backstroke final.
Well, Alice Ty up very, very early from Great Britain. Mortimer going well, but actually the best start came from Hernandez Santos of Spain. Mortimer really starting to take this race out now. The Canadian, who now swims for Holland, looking very, very smooth in the middle lanes. Alice Ty of Great Britain doing well to stick with these more experienced ladies. Summer Mortimer now switch over onto the front, and the somersault. It's not bad underwater. She's up pretty quickly. Alice Ty up very, very early indeed. That cost her time, but she's now in the silver medal position. Also going fairly well on the out in lane 3 is Bianca Pat of Hungary, but I think that's the last we've seen of her, Paul. This is going to be Summer Mortimer's race, absolutely 100%.
Summer Mortimer now going past the red markers, 15 to go. Summer Mortimer is going to win gold for the Netherlands. Have a look at the clock. This is going to be a good time. It's going to be another record time. It's a new European record for Summer Mortimer of the Netherlands. Alice Ty gets in for second position, and Bianca Pap in for Hungary for the bronze. But Summer Mortimer, well, she bettered the European record that she set this morning. She equaled the old European record this morning. She's taken another half a second from that, and it was just an excellent display from Summer Mortimer. A great display from Alice Ty there, and Bianca Pat, the two youngsters, 15 and 14 years of age, but Summer Mortimer took that one by a long, long way in the end. Great swim from the Netherlands swimmer.
Well, here's the finish. She has to put in an extra half butterfly kick because she comes over too early. Should really go under the flag to know your stroke count. Absolutely spot on. There you can see she has to reach for it. In the end, she's so far in front that it doesn't really matter, but had that have been a tighter race, it may well have been a different story. But there she is, all smiles. Oh, well, you know.
That wasn't bad.
That wasn't bad, it's all right.
It's not her best time because she holds the world record. That was when she represented Canada. She now represents the Netherlands. She is the European champion in a new European record time. Alice Ty from Great Britain. What a great international debut she has had here in Eindhoven. And the young Hungarian Bianca Pap takes the bronze medal. Well, there's no let up here in Eindhoven. Medal ceremonies are on their way now. Jogs and I just about getting our breath back. It's the 100 freestyle for men in the S11 class. Again here, we saw something of a surprise medalist here. Maybe not the gold and silver medalist, but certainly a young man that took the bronze medal. There were a lot of experienced men, a lot of multi-Paralympic and world medalists in this field. The man who takes the bronze medal is Wojciech Makowski from Poland. His first major international medal. What a time to do it. Here at the European Championships, an excellent time of 104.24. Takes the bronze medal. And of course his mascot. The young man delighted with, well, some would say an unexpected bronze medal. Well done to Wojciech Makowski from Poland. Alexander Chekarov. He's very demonstrative on the medal podium. We've seen him a couple of times now. He won the 50 freestyle. He's 40 years of age now, Alexander Chekarov, but boy, he's a great sprinter. 103.57 for Chekarov.
Gold medal winner and European champion representing Ukraine.
Takes this over for Russia, but the gold goes to Ukraine. Alexander Maschenko. He's really one of the trailblazers in this class for the Ukrainian team. First made his Paralympic debut in the year 2000 in Sydney. He was in Athens in 2004, Beijing 2008, and London in 2012. The gold medalist in the men's 100 freestyle S11, Alexander Maschenko. Three medal winners gather for the celebration photographs. Alexander Maschenko, Alexander Chekarov, and Wojciech Makowski. Again, another one of the medal presentations on their way from one of the events that were held this morning. Men's 100 freestyle S13. Again, swimmers with a visual impairment. These swimmers had partial sight. It was a really good contest, this one. We didn't expect it to be quite as close as it finished up. Because this man in the centre there, Ihar Boki, the firm favourite. Bronze medalist goes to Valentinski of Russia. World record still stands at 51.05, but first two in this event within almost half a second of that, so not too far away at all. Yaroslav Denisenko from Ukraine, 51.59, and he pushed the world record holder all the way, but it's silver to Yaroslav Denisenko, because the winner of the gold medal, his second gold medal of these championships, is Ihar Boki from Belarus. It's his country's second gold medal. There's a limited number of events here at these championships. So him take the gold in the 50 freestyle a couple of days ago. Took that 50 freestyle on a world record time, so we wondered if he could challenge his own record in the 100. And he was within 0.2 of a second. It was good enough for gold for Ihar Boki of Belarus. Yarboki takes his second gold medal of the championships. And it was almost the second world record for the Belarus swimmer. 5 gold medals in the London Paralympic Games. He hasn't got 5 events on offer here at these championships for him to match that. And he's won the 2 events that we've seen him in so far. The next presentation is the men's 150 metres individual medley for the SM3 class. We'll see the women's equivalent later on this evening. Yannis Kostakis from Greece takes the bronze medal. Veteran campaigner from Greece, still good enough to be on the medal podium. He's had a number of medals this week so far, Kostakis. 3 medals in the freestyle event. And he was strong on the closing leg of this individual medley. So this man, Andrei Derevensky. It's been quite entertaining when he's been on the medal podium sometimes, especially in the relay team. We go a little wave from Derevensky. He's not on the top spot this time. It's a bit more reserved.
Gold medal winner and European champion, representing Ukraine,
Well, undoubtedly the most successful swimmer so far at these championships, Dmytro Vinohradets. He has dominated the S3 classification. He's taken gold in the 50 freestyle, the 100 freestyle, the 200 freestyle, the 50 back, the 2 relays, which were won by the Ukrainian team, and now this one, men's 150 meters individual medley. For the 7th time at these championships, Dmytro Vinohradets is a European champion. Dmytro Vinohradets again on the top of the medal podium. Derevensky there in silver position, his Ukrainian teammate Yannis Kostakis for Greece in 3rd. Medalists leave the medal podium. Just announcing here The European record that was also set in that final for a lower classification swimmer, Joseph Shalabi from Israel. Well done to him. And the next presentation. Cheers around here. It's one of the home swimmers here on the medal podium. It's also the second gold medal for the Danish team. It's the home swimmer. A lot of support here for him. Michael Schoenmaker takes the bronze medal. Already a bronze medalist in the 200 freestyle. Now a bronze medalist in the 150 IM. Still have a big event to come at these championships. The 50 breaststroke Paralympic champion. We'll go in that one tomorrow. Miguel Luque from Spain again on the medal podium. Saw him swimming in the relay team. Spanish relay team a couple of days ago. Miguel Luque into the silver medal position for Spain.
Gold medal and European champion representing Denmark, Jonas Larsen.
A new champion from Denmark. A world bronze medalist last year. He's now the European champion. Denmark, a fair number of supporters they brought here to Eindhoven. We've seen them every day. They've had some success, definitely. This is their 6th medal. The 6th medal is a gold medal for Jonas Larsen of Denmark. Well done to Jonas Larsen. Danish fans celebrate. And Jonas Larsen now transfer that form to the world stage in the next couple of years. Likes of Cameron Leslie, the world record holder and Paralympic champion. Wait, the man from New Zealand. Can that long-standing records held by Javi Torres of Spain, who was in the audience yesterday. Can that go after 12 years? We're about to go on to the next event. The men's 50 freestyle S5. What a great contest we saw in the 200 freestyle yesterday between Sebastian Rodriguez of Spain and Andrew Mullen of Great Britain. Can we see a repeat of that? Andrew Mullen just getting away from Sebastian Rodriguez in the closing stages, but that was a 200. This is a 50 freestyle. A little bit of a different story, Giles.
Yeah, Andrew Mullen, very good on the start and underwater. Rodriguez goes from a sitting start style, and so he will be slower away, but he has got two good arms, and he's got very good reach with those arms. So I think it'll be Mullen out the blocks quickest, but he's going to have to go some to beat Rodriguez, isn't he?
I think so. Rodriguez, the sprinter. Zdanov goes in 1, Scully in 2 for Ireland. Two Spanish swimmers next to each other in 3 and 4. Jordi Gordillo, and there's Sebastian Rodriguez. As you said, Giles, he'll go from the sit start. Andrew Mullen will use that very powerful, good leg of his. And number 5, Kirill Popov from Russia in 6. Jonas Larsson in 7 from Denmark. Jonas Larsson, of course, just collected his gold medal from the victory ceremony. He's got another race, Jonas. His priority was to collect that gold medal. He was determined he was going to get that one.
He's making the all-time classic mistake of trying to take a t-shirt off whilst wearing a swim hat. I think he's with us now, Paul.
That's good. He's in the zone. Hilly Simmons, Tom Hamer, Amy Marin. He'll be supporting their teammate Andrew Mullen in this one. Tommy Brashta from Croatia was the final swimmer in lane 8. There is Sebastian Rodriguez, the 57-year-old from Spain, against the 17-year-old Andrew Mullen from Great Britain. Contrast in starts, contrast in styles. What's in store for us in the men's 50 freestyle S5 final?
Well, Mullen underwater, where's he going to pop up? He's up, very, very high stroke turnover of Mullen. Those stump arms of his, of course, slip through the water much quicker than Rodriguez, although superb turnover from Rodriguez. All that strength, he just flings those arms over, but the fingertips go into the water nicely as they come into the final 10, Paul.
Sebastian Rodriguez is going to take it. The European champion is going to retain his European record in a time of 34.09. Andrew Mullen does get second position in 36.12. And it's Kirill Popov from Russia, the man next to Andrew Mullen, in for the bronze medal position ahead of Jordi Gordillo of Spain. For Sebastian Rodriguez, well, Andrew Mullen had to take advantage of that start, and as he popped up, Rodriguez was into his stroke and just about level with Mullen, and really from that moment on there was no way back for Andrew Mullen.
Yeah, you could argue that Andrew Mullen maybe slightly overcooked the underwater section of that stroke. So difficult to tell, of course. You practice for what's best for you, but in the end, Rodriguez, well, for those of us who've been watching this sport, he's been around since the dawn of time, it seems. And he comes into the closing stages of this 50-metre. You can see that his hands are going round a lot quicker than he is actually moving. Even though he's doing it better than anyone else, there's a lot of slippage there, and that'll be due in large part to his impairment. The hands not really biting as they would in the water. And he finishes well, looks around at the wall, congratulates the youngster from Great Britain. I think they're becoming quite good friends, Paul.
Yeah, 40 years is the difference in age between the two of them. Sebastian Rodriguez still on top for Spain, 34.09. Andrew Mullen, the young pretender from Great Britain, has to settle for silver this time. And Kirill Popov from Russia, the bronze medal. The men's 50 metres butterfly S7. Two Ukrainians in the centre lane, Yevgeny Bodaiko, Andrei Kozlenko. Nicholas Sotras from Greece goes in 1. Mikhail Matunen from Finland in 2. Valerio Taras from Italy. They've had a good championships, haven't they? Goes in 3. Bodaiko, the European record holder, in 4. Kozlenko in 5 for Ukraine. Tobias Pollup from Germany in lane 6. third Ukrainian, Alexander Komarov in 7, and Fardiv from Russia in lane number 8. European record holder Yevgeny Bodaiko, real favourite for this one. In lane 4, the men's 50 metres butterfly, S7.
Well, if anyone's good enough to beat Bodaiko in this, I'll eat my headphones, because there's just absolutely no way that they're going to get anywhere near him. It really is a scrap for silver and bronze. Already you can see Bodaiko going through the halfway point. Superb balance. Then he manages to strike through the shoulders despite the imbalance in the arms, but it's a scrap for silver, Paul.
Oh, all three swimmers all in a line there. It's Taras, Kozlenko and Polop, but no doubt about the winner. It is Bodaiko from Ukraine. Was it ever in doubt? 30.24. It looks like Kozlenko will get up for the silver. It's 1 and 2 for Ukraine. And Valerio Taras will get a medal for Italy again. They are having a great championships, the Italians.
Well, Bodaiko, for me, from our wide shot angle, he just didn't almost seem to bother with the finish. He sort of arrived, he was kind of looking at the wall. There was no attempt to extend and reach for the wall. He just, well, he just thought, I've, you know, nailed this one. So here he is, he comes into the finish, so he's head up, he's still breathing all the time, which he shouldn't be on a 50. And there you go, he just sort of, he doesn't even bother kind of
he just collapses into the wall.
Yeah, he just sort of, well, there you go, that'll do. Well, and of course, actually it does, but perhaps could have gone even quicker. But he's had a fantastic meet, hasn't he, Paul? He's won medals left, right and centre.
He has. Another gold for Bodaiko. 4 individual golds now for the Ukrainian. Kozlenko, the silver. Valerio Taras from Italy continues their great run in this championship. Well, move on to the next heat. The next final, should I say. The next final is the women's 100 backstroke S6. Anastasia Diodorova and Oksana Krul in the centre lanes. These are swimmers with no use of their arms at all in this backstroke, so very little propulsion. Interesting contrast in the styles here again in this S6. Typically affected in 2 limbs. Fanny Iles we see there in lane 2. We had Maria Tascona from Greece in 1. Giulio Castellafari in lane 3, Anastasia Diodorova and Oksana Krul. They go in 4 and 5. Sarah Josephine Hansen from Norway in 6. It's Bailey from Ukraine in lane number 7.
Well, middle lane still both underwater. Oksana Krul is absolutely superb at this in lane 5 there. She's just popped up both the middle lanes. Butterfly kick on their back. Inverted butterfly kick, call that. Both got that hand by the side. No, sorry. Just one stump above there. But making a great job of it is Diodorova in the centre. That's Oksana Krul, who's gone for hands by her side. Not quite as streamlined as if you can get them above her head, which she often does if she's doing freestyle or breaststroke. A little bit bunched around the wall for Diodorova. Slightly better job from Krul. Costello goes around well, but hasn't got the leg drive to get off the wall. That kick break slowing now from the leader, but she's way in front and undoubtedly going to win this race, Paul.
Yeah, Diodorova, it's been a good performance here by the Russian swimmer. She has been a medalist at the major championships in recent years. She was the world champion last year. Definitely the class act in this field, and Diodorova is coming away now to win the gold here at the European Championship. She's out with the world and European record, but she does take it in 1:28.76. Giulio Castellafari in second for Spain, and Oksana Krul in third for Ukraine. That's the 1, 2, 3. We have a repeat of the winner from the World Championships last year, Anastasia Diodorova. She looked like she was kind of using that small arm there behind her head as it almost in preparation for the turn almost, because she went over on that side and went over there using that arm as she went over.
Yeah, I think that helped her to initiate the tumble in the turn. But it was interesting when it came to the finish. The swimmers who really don't have the use of their arms, they have to touch with their head, obviously. And here she comes into the finish. Now, we talked about how that must hurt if you hit the finish. But as she comes into the wall, what she does, she actually draws her legs back. And so she actually touches the wall and then immediately pulls herself back away from the wall. So, boom, there she goes. She's actually got a stump just above there, but that's not going to do a great deal. And she's kind of pulls her legs up, and that pulls her back from the wall.
100 backstroke for S6 goes to Anastasia Diodorova. Giulio Castello-Fari in second position, and Oksana Krul in third. Well, that's two of the S6 100 backstrokes we've seen, won by swimmers with no arms. Women's 100 backstroke freestyle S11 is the next final here. Olga Yakubuk from Ukraine goes in lane number 1 next to her teammate Marina Pedobna. Maja Reichard from Sweden in lane number 3. Danielle Schulte in 4 from Germany. Cecilia Cammalini, the world record holder, goes in lane number 5. Elizabeth Agel, great championships for the 13-year-old. She goes in 6. Martina Rabolini for Italy in 7. Stephanie Duard from France, with that distinctive headgear again, goes in lane number 8. This is the S11 class, swimmers with no vision. Cecilia Cammalini set the world record in London in the Paralympic Games in 2012.
Well, S11 for completely blind swimmers. You expect to see all of these swimmers wander over and find a lane rope to hug on the way down. And what that does is it enables them to swim in a straight line. And pretty much now, looking across the pool, yeah, every single lady in this race now pretty much set themselves up that way. Coming into the turn, they're going to get a tap on the back of the head, which we've seen during this week. Very important that that's right to get the turn right. Yes, it's good from Cammalini and Rijkaard, but Cammalini just much better at executing the turn. She's up fast, but the Italian now starting to take charge of this race in the centre lane. Very nice still head position from the Italian. That's difficult for blind swimmers to do because and she's crunched the lane rope there. That'll cost her. I think she's far enough in front, Paul, for the gold.
I think she is. It's Cecilia Cammalini bringing it home for Italy again. Continuing these great championships, Cammalini takes it in 109.34. Schulte, it was from Germany, in second position. And looks like Maja Reichard, well, she looked like she touched third. Her time not quite coming up on the big board here in the stadium. Elizabeth Agel was next to touch. She'll wait for confirmation of that. But Cammalini, well, she was in good shape, and then all of a sudden, bang, into the lane ropes, and that did cost her some time. Didn't matter in terms of the result, but she wasn't really close to her own world record time.
Well, they're exiting the pool. Maja Reichard. Now we can see the finish. You can see the difference in the head positions between the Italian and the Swedish swimmer. The Italian's so much steadier, and what that does is it enables the whole of her body to just follow in a straight line. Here's the crunch, bang, gosh, she really hit that. I think she hit it twice, actually. Gets her hand stuck between the body and the lane rope and has to pull that out. Here comes the tap. Well, it was a good tap and a pretty good finish, but she'll know that that lane rope hit cost her.
There's the goggles getting checked. You have to wear blacked out goggles, as I said. They have to be checked after the race to ensure they are actually blacked out. It's not until then will we get the confirmed result. Cecilia Camellini again, a gold medalist, and she's smiling now. I think she just realised. Of course, these swimmers, unless they hear the announcements here in the pool, will not be able to see the scoreboard. There is the result. Cecilia Camellini takes gold. Italy, Daniela Schulte for Germany, and Maya Reichard from Sweden in third position.
The protest has been denied, and the jury has denied the appeal.
Cecilia Camellini there. We like seeing the S11 races, don't we, Giles? There's a lot to talk about in them. The tapping, the blacked out goggles. It's a great skill, isn't it? Anyone who's tried that at home, swim with their eyes closed.
Yeah, absolutely. Go to your local pool and see how far you get with your eyes closed before you're just absolutely desperate to open them. I guarantee you'll get no further than about 5 meters. And these athletes, they dive in, go hell for leather, they put complete faith in someone else that they're going to get a tap on the back of the head and not go careering into the wall. And that, of course, on top of all the fact of hopes and dreams and wanting to achieve in the sport, all the hours of training. Happy Dutch fans. Awaiting next medal ceremony.
They've had a good night, the Dutch, so far. 2 gold medals in a row for the home team from the Netherlands. Spot a couple of medalists there in the centre. There's Lisette Turnesson's fan club. Oh, nice hat. There's the Danes again. I said the Danes were in force. I think the cameraman likes the Danes, doesn't he? Oh, there's Sarah Louise Rung. Not swimming today. Well, not this evening anyway. She doesn't like being on the camera either. Oh, he does.
His mum's not so sure though.
No. She's just not paying attention at all. Oi, hello. There's the Estonians. They've got a medal to celebrate in a short time. There's the Swedes. I'm not sure if that's a Swedish hat. Oh, that German frog has been everywhere. I've seen that for years. No comment, says Giles, sorry.
You got a medal ceremony to talk about.
Thank you, Giles. And there's a young man with a big grin on his face. Joseph Craig from Great Britain. There's Rutger Sterkenboom, former Paralympic swimmer from the Netherlands. Yeah, an athlete representative, international athlete representative, Rutger. He was in our generation, Giles. Shows you how old he is. Joseph Craig. Young man from Great Britain. There's his mum there, celebrating that. Joseph Craig, well, he was an S7 swimmer until earlier this year. He was reclassified as an S8 swimmer. He's now come to the European Championships. He managed to scrape into the team. And he's come away now with a bronze medal. Joseph Craig, that was an excellent performance of the young man. And a real triumph for Joseph in what has been a difficult period for him. Konstantin Lysenkov gets a silver medal again. The Russian. He's the world champion, Paralympic champion in 100 backstroke. Lost his European crown earlier this week. He's not been on the best of form, Lysenkov. He was good enough tonight to take the silver. in a time of 58.16. His great friend and rival, they are from the same area in Russia. Denis Tarasov. First time we've seen him on top of the medal podium. Denis Tarasov. He's got the biggest smile of any of the medal winners. He's certainly got a huge smile tonight there, accepting his gold medal for the 100 freestyle. And not only that, he bettered his own world record by 0.2 of a second. The European champion, the gold medalist at a new world record time, Denis Tarasov. Tarasov takes the gold, he accepts his bouquet as a record breaker here at these championships. The bouquet only awarded to European or world record breakers. And Tarasov at last has a gold medal. Sink off the silver. Great result for young Great Britain swimmer Joseph Craig. The men's S9 100 meters backstroke medal ceremony. Another young Polish swimmer, maybe unexpectedly picking up a medal here at these European Championships. Patrick Biskup could qualify in second position for the final. A number of the swimmers in the heats were holding back. Patrick Biskup came through in the closing stages to claim that bronze medal. Tamás Tóth from Hungary gets another medal. Silver he had last night in the 200 meters individual medley. It's another silver in the 100 backstroke. An excellent time, 105.44 for the Hungarian. He challenged for the lead. He certainly was in the lead at the very start of the race. He had a very good start. He couldn't quite catch the man who is European champion. Again, it's James Crisp from Great Britain. His first European title was in Badajoz, Spain in 1997. James Crisp is the European champion yet again. I was having a conversation with him the other day. He used to swim against Rutger, was presenting the mascots there. He now has over 50 international medals to his name in that long career. The champion of Europe, James Crisp. James Crisp takes the medal, the gold medal in the European title. And he's the champion again. Get married in 4 weeks' time. James Crisp to Katie, who is here in the audience with some of James's family. And he'll be delighted with that result. James Crisp winning the gold for Great Britain. Another medalist for the men's 100 backstroke. Cardo Plumipuu from Estonia leads them out. The bronze medalist from Belgium, Sven de Castecker. Well, what a disappointment he had in the 200 medley yesterday. He was the European record holder, finished in 4th position out of the medals. But he's made up for that today with that bronze medal in the 100 metres backstroke. A great result for Sven de Castecker of Belgium. He will be delighted with that one. Cardo Plumipuu from Estonia. Twice a European champion in the championships in 2009, 2011. He's now a silver medalist here at the 2014 championships. He's taken medals in the World Championships and also in the Paralympic Games. And he's pleased to be on the medal podium again. He was close to winning a 3rd European title. But that went to this young man, Olivier van der Voort, from the Netherlands, a 16-year-old. He lost his leg in a horse riding accident just 5 years ago. Lost the lower part of his leg. He's now recent years, and he's now in 2014 the European champion. Fantastic performance from the 3 swimmers. Sven de Castecker delighted to be on the podium after his missing out in the 200 IM. Plumipuu from Estonia. He was delighted to win a medal for his nation. The young man, the new champion, Olivier van der Voort. The women's 100 backstroke S10. And it's another gold medal for the team from the Netherlands. Summer Mortimer. Big smile. Bianca Paap from Hungary takes the bronze medal. Seen some real youngsters come through at these championships. A number of them in this classification, the women's S10. Bianca Papp and Lucia Sos. Bianca Papp with the bronze medal in the women's 100 metres backstroke at 14 years of age. Just a year older, Alice Ty from Great Britain on the medal podium again. Bronze in the 400 freestyle, now silver in the 100 back. Well, you would say that 100 backstroke, probably her preferred event, you would say. 109.19, an excellent time for Alice Ty. Another medal at the major championships for the young Great Britain swimmer. But it was a performance of quality from Summer Mortimer of the Netherlands. As we have said, Paralympic champion from London in 2012, representing Canada. Her father is Canadian, her mother is Dutch. She has moved to represent the Netherlands. She accepts the medal, the mascot, and the bouquet, because the time she did was the fastest time she has been as a European swimmer. A European record for Summer Mortimer for the Netherlands. Summer Mortimer, just 21 years of age herself, alongside 15-year-old Alice Ty, 14-year-old Bianca Papp. A real young lineup on that medal podium. Another medal ceremony to enjoy now. So the medal winners just making their way to the podiums now. There has to be a set number of minutes between the race finishing and the presentations being made. There's a half an hour allowance for any protests. Swimmers already making their way to the medal podium. Again, as we see in the S6 class, a range of disabilities, a range of styles. And it was Kirill Popov from Russia who took the bronze medal in a time of 36.50. And he looks pleased with that one. His first individual medal of these championships, and he's very pleased with that one. Well done, Kirill Popov. Andrew Mullen from Great Britain. It's silver in the 50 freestyle to go along with the silver that he won in the 100 freestyle. And of course the 3 gold medals that he has also won. Andrew Mullen has had an excellent championships.
Gold medal winner and European champion, representing Spain, Sebastian Rodriguez.
Sebastian Rodriguez of Spain, the veteran Spanish swimmer, has taken the title again. Fantastic swimming from Sebastian Rodriguez. We saw him race Andrew Mullen yesterday in the 200 freestyle. Didn't quite have the stamina for that 200 freestyle, but he certainly had the sprint speed for the 50. The gold for the 50 freestyle S5, Sebastian Rodriguez of Spain. Medal winners in the men's 50 freestyle S5. Rodriguez, Mullen, Popov. They are the best in Europe. The World Championships next year in Andrew Mullen's area in Glasgow. Then on to Rio, which is the home country of the world record holder, and he's been on world record breaking form this week. Daniel Diaz competing in the Pan-Pacific Games in America. It's going on simultaneously with these championships. So these S5 swimmers will come across the Great Brazilian in the world events such as the World Championships and the Paralympic Games. Moving in, back to the swimming now. After that set of medal presentations. There's Sebastian Rodriguez. As we just wait for the appointed time for that one. There's someone with a London t-shirt on, Lizette Townsend's fans again. Got a bit of a wait for Lizette Townsend to swim. She's in, well, not too long, I suppose. Another 3 races time. The men's 100 freestyle S12. Swimmers with a visual impairment. Maxim Varaksa, the world record holder, is in the centre lane.
Well, it's going to be a really tight one, this one, isn't it, Paul?
It will be. These guys will be very, very fast. World record holder Varaksa, that record stands at 50.91. 50 seconds for 103.91. Chufarov goes in 1, Sotil in 2. Dmitry Saleh's been on good form this week. He goes in 3, he could be a threat. Varaksa, well, he was easing back in the heats. He's going to go faster than 53.0. Alexander Nevelin Svetov in lane number 5. Stefan Smajin in lane number 6 for Russia. In lane number 7, Daniel Simon, and completing the lineup in lane number 8, Omar Font. Well, it was easy qualification, Giles, today in the heats. Someone like Daniel Chufarov over there in lane number 1 may well be a threat. The World Championship bronze medalist. Maxim Varaksa, though, looks very, very comfortable in the centre lane in lane number 4. The men's 100 freestyle, S12.
Well, old school start from Saleh and Varaksa, both going with the standard grab start from the old days before it was a one-start rule. already. Varaxa easing out down this first 50, looking very, very comfortable indeed. All of these swimmers will be able to see a maximum of 1 meter in front of them. That means he'll see the wall for the turn now and has to react to it, and he's over very well indeed. Breathes out the first turn though, which is a surprise for a swimmer of his quality. But moving up in lane 3, Saleh looking very, very strong in the white hat, and also slightly nearer to us is Nevelin Svetov. But Varaxa is controlling this race imperiously, Paul.
Well, Varaxa, he looks like he is just tying up slightly there. Nevelin Svetov and Saleh coming back, but it is Varaxa will take it in a time of 52.12. Nevelin Svetov, it is, takes the silver just by 1/10 of a second from Dimitri Saleh. 52.76 and 52.86, but that looked like that was quite hard going there for Maxim Varaxa. He did tie up in the closing stages. He did, didn't he? I don't know whether he's tired or he's got a slight fitness problem at the moment, but it wasn't a great finish to this race, it has to be said. He was hoovering in air in the final 10 meters, just couldn't get enough of the stuff. When we've seen him swim in the past, and when we saw his world record swim in the past, Paul, that would have been head down, an absolute beeline for the wall. There he goes, he's breathing with 3 meters to go. Yeah, he was toiling there in the end. Varaxa, a breath there, a breath there, a breath there. Now he puts his head down for the last stroke. And the black hat of Maxim Varaxa, well, he's the champion again. He didn't have it all his own way. He was pushed in the closing stages by Dimitri Saleh and Alexander Nevelin Svetov. Oh boy. Yeah, you can see it really, really took it out of him. Frightened him a little bit, I think. Varaxa is the champion again for Ukraine, but only just from Alexander Nevelin Svetov and Dimitri Saleh. The women's 100 freestyle S12. Maria Stukalova, world champion, goes in lane number 4. Emily Telly from Germany in 1. Oksana Savchenko, 8 times a Paralympic gold medalist, goes in 2. Naomi Mikey Schnittger from Germany, she may well challenge for the medals. The favourite though, world champion Daria Stukalova in 4, next to Great Britain's Hannah Russell. Ukraine's Irina Balsheva goes in 6, and Maria Delgado Nadal from Spain in lane 7. The 100 freestyle for women in the S12 class. Savchenko, the world record from London in 2012, stands at 58.41. Well, Hannah Russell up first and with an early lead, but it's nothing to separate these ladies, exactly as we saw with the men who've just raced. These swimmers can all see only to about a meter in front of them. Good freestyle swimming there as the hands go in of Stukalova. Slight head bobbing, much better from Hannah Russell. They'll see the wall now, ready for the turn, and good reactions across the board, also going well. Savchenko in lane number 3. She hasn't been quite on the form in which we've seen her in the past. Stukalova really starting to move up a bit there. If Hannah Russell's going to be in with a chance on this, she's got to crack the minute, but Stukalova looking very, very strong here, Paul, into the final 15 meters. Stukalova just suddenly turned on the pace there. She went away from Hannah Russell. It's going to be gold to Stukalova of Russia, silver to Hannah Russell from Great Britain, and bronze to Savchenko. 59.77. Stukalova was the only one under the 1 minute mark. The Russian takes first position again. Daria Stukalova is the European champion, and really it was just in, maybe just as they came off the turn, about 10 meters in, 40 meters to go in that, she just began to stroke away from Hannah Russell. Hannah Russell was just chopping at the water, Stukalova just pulling with great force under the water, and that forced her way into the front of the field. Yeah, much stronger than Hannah Russell, Stukalova. Actually, if you look at it technically, not that amazing. This is her pulling away. As you can see, she just
seems to just find an extra gear. And there's the finish. She manages to get that right. Finish much more important for second and third. Hannah Russell, is good swim from her. A minute, she really does need to get below the minute. And collecting accreditation at the end.
Stokalova takes the gold medal, 59.77. Russell in second position, Savchenko in third. The women's 100 freestyle S13. Anna Krivshina has had a great championship. She goes in lane number 4. Deborah Font looked good in the heats though. And can the experienced Spanish swimmer challenge for the gold medal this time? Marina Stabrowska from Ukraine goes in lane number 1. Steref Bierman from the Netherlands, the 14-year-old, goes in lane number 2. A medalist in the backstroke earlier this week. Joanna Mendak, well, she's concentrating on the freestyle at these championships. She may pose a threat to this lady, Anna Krivshina from Russia in lane 4. Deborah Font swam very, very well to qualify, 104.57. She's next to Marta Maria Gomez-Batelli and Elena Kravzov in 7 from Germany, with Karina Petrikovachova in 8 from Slovakia. Women's 100 freestyle S13 final.
Well, S13 also a visually impaired class. S13 can see slightly more than S12. And sometimes in Paralympic sport you get a slight inversion. And this field actually slower than the one that went before it, where the swimmers could see less. But it's pretty flat packed, particularly between lanes 3 and 4. Mendak looks as if to be into the turn first. She is, but she's very slow in the rotation, and it's Krivshina who makes her pay for it as they come back now down the length. There's Mendak turning it back on, Paul, as they go through the 25 meters to go mark. It's stroke for stroke, Poland and Russia.
It's Mendak now, maybe just forcing away ahead of Anna Krivshina. Deborah Font coming back into contention. It's 3 swimmers in a row. It's Poland that will take it, I think. No, it's not. Krivshina gets the touch by 1/100th of a second. Well, I was convinced that Mendak had it, but it's Krivshina who takes it in 1:01.82, with Deborah Font in 3rd position. But Mendak, well, it'll be interesting to see that finish. Krivshina has got it with 1:01.82. Mendak seemed to come over to the wall, pull her arm over in front, but Krivshina takes the gold in 1:01.82. Mendak 1:01.83 and Font 1:02.2. Well, that was interesting, Giles. What did you make of that one?
Well, for me, won and lost around the wall at the other end of the pool. This is the finish. Very, very tight, almost kind of.
Oh, I'm sure Mendak certainly brought her arm over first, but it must have been a cracking finish from Krivshina. Just 1 lane down.
Well, Krivshina gets away with breathing. Just 2 meters there. You know, what on earth are you doing? Why do you need that breath? You're going to breathe in less than half a second's time. Well, there we go, number 1, and thank you.
She is first, but 1/100th of a second separating those two. Wow, Mendak misses the gold by 1/100th from Krivshina, with Deborah Font a good swim to take the bronze medal for Spain. Move to the opposite end of the pool. It's the women's 150 meters individual medley for the SM4 classification. SM4 is the at the lower end of the physical disability spectrum. S1 to S10. For swimmers with physical impairment, S1 being the most impaired. Jenny Ekström from Sweden goes in lane 1. Lisette Teunissen from the Netherlands in 2. Yulia Shishova from Russia in 3. Maria Lafina, she had a good heat this morning. She goes in lane number 4. Olga Swiderska from Ukraine, a world record holder in the SM3 classification. She goes in lane 5. In lane 6, Natalia Graveljuk from Russia. Lane 7, it will be Karolina Hamer from Poland. And in lane 8, Marina Verbova from Ukraine. That's Karolina Hamer. We'll make our way over to lane number 7. Again, Giles, this is a combined event. We have SM3 swimmers and SM4 swimmers. Just one set of medals will be presented.
Yeah, that's right. We'll see all of these swimmers starting from the water, varying styles that they have. Some you're allowed to use an additional piece of kit. There we can see a piece of cord being used. Coach can hold the hands onto the block. Can't assist in any way, can only release when they hear the sound of the gun.
Good start there in lane number 8 there. Verbova with that double arm backstroke there, and she leads them away. Looks like Lisette Teunissen also going well for the Netherlands. Well, Teunissen, probably the pre-race favourite for this, didn't look that good in the heats, but she has started well here in the final.
Yeah, Verbova of the Ukraine in lane number 8, still going well, but it's Teunissen's got that nice high backstroke, nice shoulder roll. It is a long race, this, so very much a strategic race as well. You can't afford to simply hammer your way out of this one, because it will make you pay it later on. Teunissen very, very slow around the wall. Obviously, the impairment of these ladies is going to affect that, but in the middle lane now, Lafina of the Ukraine starting to come into her own on the breaststroke, breathing alternately. And what that does is pushes her head down to bring her hips up. But also going well, still in lane number 8, Verbova of the Ukraine. I think we're going to start to see this field really flatten out on this breaststroke, Paul.
Yeah, Lafina swam very well in the heat. She was the fastest qualifier by a long way, and it was a big lifetime best for Lafina this morning, 3:14.70. If she can produce that again in the final, she will be in a good position to take gold. But they are all coming back now. Natalia Graveljuk from Russia may be coming into second position, just about overtaking Lisette Teunissen from the Netherlands. Also going well, Olga Swiderska. We'll keep an eye on her time as well as her medal position, because she is the world record holder in the SM3 classification. Lafina swam this well. She won a medal in the 200 freestyle earlier in the week, so we know she's a strong freestyler. She is going to lead from Gavrilyuk from Russia, Swiderska in third position. They're all onto the freestyle. It's very, very close here for fourth position. Can anyone get back in the medal positions? But Lafina looking good.
Well, Lafina very good around the wall, managed to spin herself around very quickly. No power at all for the push-off, but managed to get herself pointing in the right direction to start engaging with the arms again. And I think her straight swimming speed is good, but she's tying up a bit now and is being caught by Olga Swiderska, also of the Ukraine. I think Swiderska is going to run out of pool to challenge for the gold, but certainly the distance is being closed all of the time as they come now into the final 5 meters.
It is going to be Maria Lafina will take this one for Ukraine. Lisette Turnison is going well for the Netherlands. It's going to be gold to Ukraine. Maria Lafina, Lisette Turnison will take the silver for the Netherlands. And Olga Swiderska, the bronze. And I said watch the time for Olga Swiderska because it is a new world record for Swiderska in the SM3 classification. Swiderska swimming up against the S4 swimmers. She's not only won herself a bronze medal, she has set a new world record for Swiderska. Lisette Turnison finished extremely well for the silver for the Netherlands in the outside lane after losing ground on the breaststroke. But Maria Lafina, well, she has bettered the time that she did this morning by half a second, 3:14.31, and Maria Lafina will take that one. Lisette Turnison, all smiles. She's on the medal podium in silver medal position, but she couldn't quite catch the Ukrainian Maria Lafina, who takes the gold.
Well, the medley, a very tough race indeed. You take it out on the backstroke. Try and stay nice and smooth. As soon as you turn over from the backstroke, though, onto the breaststroke, and you go from being able to openly breathe because you've got your head above the water to a restricted breathing pattern that you have in breaststroke, it really does make the lungs burn. Coming now into the final 5 meters of the race, and it's a convincing win. Very close for second and third.
Well, there we have Lafina coming in there. Very interesting. Turnison was probably the better on the backstroke and the better on the freestyle, but it was the breaststroke that was all important there. Lafina using that breaststroke to great advantage, and it was that leg more than any other that won her that 150 meters individual medley. Lafina is the gold medalist. She is delighted with that one. A great swim from Lafina. A lifetime best for Maria Lafina to take gold for Ukraine. Lisette Turnison from the Netherlands will be the silver medalist, and Olga Swiderska in a world record time for the SM3 class will take the bronze. Another set of medal presentations. This is the presentation for the men's 50 meters butterfly in the S7 class. Italian team again picking up a medal. What championships they are having. The latest Italian medal is Valerio Taras. Andrei Bozenko is the silver medalist. Kozlenko just marginally ahead, 0.7 of a second ahead of Valerio Taras. Finished in 4th position in the backstroke event. He's on the medal podium this time. Silver medalist in the 50 butterfly. Evgeny Borodeko from Ukraine will take the gold medal had a clutch of medals at the last European Championships. He won more than any other athlete. He's beginning to build up a good tally again at these European Championships. He's a European record holder. He was the firm favourite for this one. We didn't think anyone could touch him, and that's how it turned out. A time of 30.24. European champion is Bodaiko from Ukraine. Bodaiko, another gold medal for Ukraine. We have had, well, 35 gold medals for Ukraine. 35 golds, 25 silver, 25 bronze. They have amassed an incredible 85 medals so far at these championships. I wonder if they can hit the big 100 mark. You wouldn't bet against them with 1 day left. The Russian Federation also have had a good championships. They sit second in the medal table so far with 27 golds. Great Britain in third position with 25 golds. Also a good performance from the GB team. Oksana Krul will take the bronze medal in this women's S6 100 metres backstroke. Castel Fari very pleased to take the silver medal. Spanish team, well, they sit fourth in the medal table at the moment, 11 gold medals. That's one ahead of Italy. Anastasia Diodorova becomes the European champion. The Russian swimmer was the gold medalist at the World Championships last year. He's now the gold medalist here at the European Championships in Eindhoven. Anastasia Theodorova and Oksana Krug get down to the level of Giulio Castellafari for the pictures, photographs that they will be able to keep and enjoy. S11 100 freestyle, women's S11, next in the set of this set of medal presentations. Maja Reichard from Sweden takes the bronze medal. He's known as a breaststroker primarily, but at this championships, her freestyle swimming has been absolutely excellent. Very good sprint freestyle. She had a good 50 freestyle earlier on in these championships. Taking the silver medal, we saw her very strong in the individual medley on the freestyle leg too. And she's a bronze medalist in the 100, just behind this lady, Daniela Schulte of Germany, and one of the world's top swimmers here. In fact, these three swimmers on the medal podium, we have seen great European championships. But these three medalists are also three of the world's very best.
Gold medal and European champion, representing Italy,
Another gold medal for the Italians. They've had at least one gold medal on every night of this competition. This is day 6. They're still racking up the gold medals. Cecilia Camolini. Cecilia Camolini dancing about to the Italian national anthem there. Her legs were going for almost the entire last part of that anthem there. The hands in the air at the end, as she traditionally does. And these three ladies, well, they've shared the medal podium on 2 or 3 occasions at these championships. They are world-class swimmers, these three. You can expect to see them when we go to the World Champs in Glasgow next year, and of course the Rio Paralympics in 2016.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men Olympic freestyle S12 final.
Well, the last in this batch of medal ceremonies. It's the men's 100 metres freestyle S12. Dimitri Salai, representing Azerbaijan, won the gold medal in the 200 metres individual medley. This country's only gold medal of these championships so far. Takes the bronze in the 100 freestyle. The silver to Alexander Nevelin Svetov. Again, swimmer who has been on the podium at the major championships in this event over recent years. He's silver medalist again, but it was very close to gold.
Gold medal winner and European champion, representing the Ukraine, Maxim Veraksa.
Because Maxim Veraksa, the champion, he has been the champion in every major event that he has competed in since he first came onto the scene in 2006. But boy, he was made to work all the way there. He went out hard. We saw him at the end of the race. He was on his knees, just holding on for that victory. Maxim Veraksa, in a time of 52.12, wins European gold for Ukraine. Maxim Veraksa is the gold medalist again in the men's 100 freestyle S12. He's been the top every major championships that he's competed in since 2006 World Champs.
Thank you very much to our medal presentation party.
World record holder, set that back in 2009.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready for relay action now. While we do that, take a look at the ends of the middle. There are some young people wearing orange t-shirts. These young people are our volunteers. Give them a round of applause for all the hard work they've been doing all the way through this tournament. Hopefully they'll come back tomorrow as well, because we still see them for every day. On day 6.
Well, just before we move on to the relays, and there's the first event that we saw tonight, the first final, the men's 100 freestyle S8, and we saw a great performance there, a world record swim from Denis Tarasov. That set us off very nicely this evening. Denis Tarasov coming into the end there, and there he touches, a great touch from Tarasov there. Oh yes, he's a record holder. Can we get more records tonight, Giles, to follow up that one?
Well, we have relays to come, so we will see.
It is the relay, the men's 4x100 freestyle relay, 34 points. Just 4 teams taking the start in this one. First team, and we'll see the team that have led them out. Now the team from Spain, Great Britain going through. There's the Spanish team. Sebastian Rodriguez will lead them off, the S5 swimmer. Remember, the classifications for all the swimmers will add up to no more than 34 points. You can have as many points as you want as a combination of any swimmers, as long as you don't add up to more than 34. Russia go in lane 4. They will be one of the favourites for this one. And Ukraine go in lane number 5. Well, again, different combinations used in this one, Giles.
Well, there are 3 classic combinations to winning this relay. You either go 7, 8, 9, 10. You go 2 8s, 2 9s, or you have a team of 2 10s and 2 7s. Well, Russia have got 2 9s and 2 8s, and Ukraine have got 2 10s and 2 7s.
Bodaiko watching on. He's on the anchor leg for the Ukrainian team. Spain in 2, Great Britain in 3, Russia in 4, Ukraine in 5. Rodriguez, Kindred, Demyanenko and Vanzenko.
Well, expect Vanzenko of the Ukraine in lane 5 to take this out as expected. He's an S10, just inside him, Demyanenko of Russia, an S9, so he needs to hang on to him. Sasha Kindred in 3rd position for Great Britain, an S6. Needs to make sure that the higher class swimmers don't get away from him too much.
Well, expected. Vanzenko, the S10 swimmer, is coming away, and it's a good lead. Ukrainian team with 2 very strong S10s. But can the Russian team? They have got the 2 best S8s here, Lysenkov and Tarasov. We saw them gold and silver medalists this evening. And can they pull anything back in the closing stages for Russia? They go on the final 2 legs. We have Kavnetsaya, the S7 for Ukraine now, against Skalyuk for Russia, and the Russian pulling back the S9 swimmer.
Well, Skalyuk, there's not a lot to say in terms of his technique. It's not very pretty, but it's certainly effective in pulling level. Oh, and see how much quicker he was around the wall there than the S7 of Ukraine. Gavanstia, massive disadvantage when it came to the turn. And now the Russians are starting to really take this race by the scruff of the neck. The Ukrainians will use Dubrov, who's a 10 next, but the Russians are going to put Lysenkov in, who's an 8. He's an absolutely brilliant 8 at that.
Well, it's Russia who lead there. Lysenkov goes in. They have used 1 more point than Ukraine, and maybe the Ukrainians will close the gap. Great Britain in 3rd position there. Rob Wellborn hands over to James Hollis, and they are clear of the Spanish team at the moment. But it is Lysenkov, Konstantin Lysenkov, Denis Dubrov not making much of an impression, and James Hollis actually having a great leg there for Great Britain, bringing them back into contention. Lysenkov for Russia. It is Dubrov for Ukraine, James Hollis for Great Britain. Those are the top 3. I don't think the Spanish are going to be able to come back there, although they do have a very strong anchor leg.
Well, Lysenkov looking good. He's already swam once tonight, so he's doing well here. He's going to hand over to his teammate and rival, Denis Tarasov, also an S8. James Hollis has done well to decrease the deficit. It's a good changeover from Russia, an incredibly safe one from the Ukraine, otherwise known as slow. But this is the Russians now, and he looks as good as he did in his individual pool. You have to say, Denis Tarasov of Russia, lolloping style that he's got, but it really does work very well. He's not bad round the wall, and I think the distance now too big for anyone to close down. I think this is going to be a Russian victory.
Well, Denis Tarasov is going to bring Russia home to a gold medal performance. Bodaiko for the Ukraine is now being caught slightly by Joseph Craig for Great Britain. It's going to be a little bit of a fight for silver. I think Bodaiko's going to get it, but here comes Tarasov for Russia. What a great time that was, 3:52.16, not quite a world record, or European record, sorry, but not too far away from it. Ukraine come in there in second position in 4 minutes .20 and 4:02.41. Gets the Great Britain team in for the bronze medal position. A good swim on the ankle leg there by Joseph Craig.
Well, what an evening it's been for Denis Tarasov and the Russian Federation. Double gold for Tarasov.
There's the Russian team. They were strong, weren't they? They led out with the 2 S9s, and they finished with the 2 sensational S8s, the 1 and 2 finishers in the 100 meters freestyle. Well, here's the point where Russia took the lead there. Kavnetsaya going on the second leg, and it was Skaliuk who got the lead there for the Russian team.
Well, he absolutely murdered him through the turn, didn't he? This now coming in to the finish. Tarasov, no one could touch him. Very easy in the end. The arm just coming over really slowly to hit the wall.
Not really under pressure. There's Sasha Kindred from Great Britain, another international medal for him. Lysenkov, thumbs up for Russia. That's a good performance from the Russian team. I thought Ukrainian team might have challenged them, but it was a great performance from Russia to take gold in the men's 4x100 freestyle relay, ahead of Ukraine in silver and Great Britain with the bronze medal. Now we kind of saw the changeovers there, the lead changing as we went through the classes, Giles. Well, the Ukrainian started off with an S10 swimmer. They couldn't get as much of a lead as they wanted with that S10 on the first leg. And there's Tarasov on the final leg, no one in sight there. A convincing victory for the Russian team. They will claim gold in that 4x100 freestyle relay. Now move on to the women's 4x100 freestyle relay. 34 points. 4 teams taking the start for this one. Hungary, Great Britain, Russia and Spain.
Well, we spoke just a moment ago, Paul, about the classic combinations that you will see in excuse me,
in relay swimming.
In relay swimming, that's what I'm talking about. And that being 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 7s, 2 10s, or 2 9s, 2 8s. Well, Great Britain in this race have got a 7, 8, 9, 10 combination, but so also have Russia. If you can spread your points evenly throughout your team, far more likely a chance of success. And that's because the difference in times between an S7 and an S6 are markedly different from the difference between a 7 and an 8 or an 8 and a 9.
Hungary go in 3, Great Britain in 4. Great Britain, the European record holders, and that was set in 2012 in the London Paralympic Games. Russia in 5 and Spain in 6.
Well, it's Pap for Hungary in lane 3, Millward for Great Britain in lane number 4, Gaseva of Russia in lane number 5, and Marcus Soto of Spain nearest us in the blue hat.
Stephanie Millward has had a good championship so far, winner of the 100 freestyle in the S9 class. She looks like she is just going to have a very slender lead over Hungary. 5/100ths of a second it is. Well, Russia have started with their S7 swimmers, so expect them to be behind in the early stages. And Stephanie Millward has got 2 classes of an advantage over the Russian swimmers here. But the Russians will be strong in the closing stages. Millward leads at the moment for Britain.
This is a good swim from Stephanie Millward to hold off Pap of Hungary. Hungarian is a 10, Stephanie Millward is a 9, so the Hungarians burning up 1 extra point. Great Britain very slick over the wall there. And good under the water goes Sos of Hungary, who now takes the lead. Another Hungarian 10, so they're 20 points through once she finishes that leg. They will then have to use an S6 before going on to Raxo for their closing leg. But it's nice, smooth swimming from Sos over in lane number 3. Susie Rogers for Great Britain having to make sure that she can, having to ensure that that lead doesn't extend too much.
Well, it is Lucia Sos for Hungary. I think they've played their cards early, the Hungarian team. Certainly the Great Britain team should be able to get back on terms with them, as should the Spanish team. Russian team coming back alongside the Spanish now. It's a real fight for third. Teresa Perales for Spain, and Mamlina, the very tall Mamlina for Russia. Hungary, our first position, they hand over to Fanilis, an S6 swimmer. Great Britain, Susie Rogers hands over to Stephanie Slater, and we should see Stephanie Slater coming into the picture and taking the lead. Here she comes. Stephanie Slater will take Great Britain into the lead. Russia now up into third position, Spain in fourth, but they go with Sarai Gascon on their third leg.
Well, the Hungarian lead was just absolutely demolished there in the first 20 meters by Steph Slater. She comes into the wall now. She's very good around the wall. Nice slick turn, a very snappy push off. Breathes at the first stroke. And she will now open up that lead for Great Britain. They've got Alice Tai, S10 on their anchor leg, but the Russians, Paul, expect to start seeing them come back. They've got Vladikina in the water now, and S8, a very quick one, and Ryabova to finish.
Well, there's certainly no way the Hungarians are going to challenge now. They're going to be overtaken by both the Russians and the Spanish. Stephanie Slater is going to give the youngster Alice Tai a big lead into that last leg. Alice Tai on her way for the final 100 for Great Britain. Sarah Gascon has brought Spain into second. Hernando Santos goes on the final leg for them. Can she hold off the challenge for Nina Ryabova? I think that's the question. I think Great Britain have got it sewn up with Alice Tai.
They certainly have. Alice Tai looking good here for Great Britain. And she's good around the wall, better than she was earlier in the week. And going the other way there, we can see, and just going out of your shot, there is a fight for second place boiling away between Russia and Spain, and the Russians, Ryabova is reeling this Hernandez of Spain in. It's Great Britain in front of your screens. It's Alice Tai who is going to bring the Great Britain team home.
A great swim from Alice Tai on the anchor leg. Great Britain win gold at the European Championships in a time of 4:27.21. Hernando Santos is just about holding off the challenge from Ryabova. It's going to be silver to Spain and bronze to Russia. The Hungarian team, who sent their fastest swimmers out first, well, they are coming in now in fourth position. But Alice Tai had a big lead, and she extended that, if anything, the young 15-year-old Alice Tai. What a championships she is having.
Well, here comes Raxo, the S7 of Hungary, into the closing stages of this race. Tremendous pressure on Alice Tai, Paul. Big pressure, big responsibility to anchor a relay team. Make sure you bring it home.
There's a GB team congratulating each other. Susie Rogers on her birthday. I met her mum at lunchtime, flew out especially for that, so it's a good day for her to see that. Well done, Susie Rogers. Stephanie Millward. Good first leg for Stephanie Millward there. Susie Rogers, Stephanie Slater took the GB team into the lead, and Alice Tai brought them home in first position. That's
well,
Slater going in there from Rogers.
Here's
Slater coming past the Hungarian. Wow.
It really is just almost a different sport happening in front of you there. Stephanie Slater, such a bright star for Great Britain, and will be a star of Rio. I have absolutely no doubt about that. That's Alice Tai finishing the job off for Great Britain. It was a play out that way. I've got great swim.
As the European champions in a time of 4:27.21, Spain the silver medal and Russia the bronze. No, we're moving on. The Spanish to get in for the silver medal position. We didn't see Vladikina in the 100 freestyle today. She chose not to do that. More of a breaststroke specialist, Vladikina. She couldn't quite hold off the challenge from Sarai Gascon. Stephanie Slater, well, that's a pretty safe change over there between Stephanie Slater and Alice Tai. That's what you've got to do when you've got a lead as big as that. And Alice Tai was away, wasn't she? Yeah. High turnover, really good from Alice Tai.
Yeah, she has very much a skying freestyle style. Elbows very straight. And there's a bit of splash as the hands go in the water, but nevertheless they do go in cleanly. They don't drag a lot of air around with them. And that allows her to press the power that she's got into the water. Still not as strong as perhaps she could be, but that's due in large part due to her young age.
She's got a full set of medals now, Alice Tai. That'll be a gold medal to add to the silver medal she got in the backstroke earlier this evening. The bronze medal also in the 400 freestyle. So gold, silver and bronze at her first major international for Alice Tai. That is some debut. A final action of this evening's session are the medal presentations for the finals that you have been with us for earlier.
Presented by 2014 IPC Swimming European Championship Technical Delegate, Superstar. And 2014
This is the presentation for the women's 100 freestyle S12. Bronze medalist, 8 times Paralympic gold medal winner, Oksana Savchenko from Russia. .84 minute for Savchenko. Hannah Russell on the medal podium again. Well done, Hannah Russell. She is becoming a real force to be reckoned with, not only on the European stage, also on the world stage. Hannah Russell, second European Championships. It was the European Championships back in 2011. It was her first experience of major international competition. She's gone on to be World Championship medalist and Paralympic medalist, as has this young lady. Both came onto the international scene at the same time, Hannah Russell and Daraya Stokalova. They've had some good battles. They will have some good tussles to come. Hannah Russell had her 18th birthday just a few days ago. Daraya Stokalova just 19 years of age. Stukalova takes the gold medal for Russia. Stukalova takes the gold for Russia. Next medal ceremony is the women's 100 freestyle for the S13 class. Well, one of the closest finishes of these championships. Deborah Font from Spain. She swam well in the heats, and she swam well again in the final. 102.20 for Deborah Font. Silver medalist from Poland. Well, I really thought that she had got the touch. Her arm certainly came over first as they went into the finish, but it was the better finish of the Russian swimmer in the center lane, who just won the day by only 1/100th of a second. You could not get much closer than that.
Gold medal winner and European champion, representing Russia,
and for third time at these championships, it's a gold medal to Anna Krivshina of Russia. What a good race that was. Krivshina was the favourite, but Mendag pushed her all the way. And the difference was the smallest of margins, 1/100th of a second. 101.82 for the Russian, 101.83 for the Polish swimmer. The winner, Anna Krivshina from Russia. look of contentment there from Anna Krivshina at the end of the anthem. She's done it, done what she came to do, and that was to take the gold medal in that 100 freestyle. What a great championship she's having. The Russian team having a good championships all round. As of course our Ukrainians, and we will hear very shortly Ukrainian anthem again, because here are the medalists for the women's 150 meters individual medley. Swiderska takes the bronze medal for Ukraine. A great performance, because this event is an SM4 150 meters individual medley. Olga Swiderska swims in the SM3 classification, and in winning that bronze medal she set a new world record in the SM3 class. So many congratulations from Olga Swiderska to take that record, the bronze medal position, and the bouquet as for being a record breaker. Well done, Olga Swiderska.
Winner of the silver, representing
Silver medalist from the home nation of the Netherlands, Lisette Teunissen, cheered on by her young team there. Lisette Teunissen, well, started really well on the backstroke, faded into 6th position after the breaststroke leg. She was first after the backstroke, 6th after the breaststroke, and then finished really strongly on the freestyle. Come through for the silver medal. Well done, Lisette Teunissen. She couldn't quite catch this young lady, Maria Lafina, Ukraine. A lifetime best in the heats by a huge margin. She managed to go very slightly faster in the final. A time of 3:14.31. Maria Lafina takes the gold for Ukraine.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to your elbows. The national anthem of Ukraine. Ladies and gentlemen, your medal winner.
21-year-old Maria Lafina is the European champion, ahead of silver medalists from the host nation, Lisette Teunissen. World record breaker in the SM3 class, Olga Swiderska. we've seen medals presented from the events that we have seen conducted this evening. We now have an event which was conducted yesterday. It's the women's 4x50 medley relay, 20 points. Well, it was the last event yesterday evening. There was a disqualification, and that disqualification was protested. So we couldn't present the medals yesterday evening. The protest has been dealt with and it has been upheld. So the team from Russia were disqualified. So the medalists making their way onto the medal podium at the moment are Ukraine, who took the gold medal, Norway, who were promoted to the silver medal position, and Italy will be in the bronze medal place.
Winners of the bronze medal, Italy!
Now the Italian team, there's 3 of the swimmers coming to collect their medals. Ariola Trimi, Talamona accepting a medal in the middle, and then Giretti also. Cerioni was the 4th member of that team. A good performance from the Italians. I keep saying it, but they've had a great championships. Really, really good performances from the big names and also from some of the emerging athletes as well. And it's great to see them having a relay team on the podium. 10 gold medals in all at these championships. And also the Norwegians, they got a silver medal in the freestyle relay. They followed that up with a silver medal here in the medley relay. Thunum taking that first medal. They also have Hansen, Tupkas. Of course, the multi-medal winning Sarah Louise Wrong on the right-hand side. Great performance, and they are delighted to be on the medal podium again. The team from Norway. Another silver medal relay performance from the Norwegians. 11 medals in all for the Norwegian team. And that's a really good performance from them.
Gold medal winners and European champions, Ukraine!
But the Ukrainian team, well, we knew they would be tough to beat. Some very big names there.
Ukraine represented by Swiderska.
First to receive her medals, Mareshko, Swiderska. Just after receiving that medley, individual medley medal, she's back in again. Oksana Krul stepping forward to receive her medal. And Savtsova will take the final gold medal there for the Ukrainian team. Got to say they were the dominant team in that one. They are the world and European record holders, have set in the World Championships last year. They didn't quite challenge that mark, but they were well ahead of the other 2 teams here on the podium, Norway and Italy. Very much the star team of this 4x50 metres women's medley relay, 20 points. And the European champions are Ukraine. Ukrainian team enjoying themselves. Mareshko really singing away there in the front. Already posing for the photographs. Ukraine take the gold medal from Norway and from Italy. Back to the presentations for this evening's event. Remember that event just presented was held over from last night.
Ladies and gentlemen, medal ceremony for men's 4x100 meters freestyle relay 34.
4x100 meters freestyle relay presentation. For men, 34-point relay. It's been one of the blue ribbon events at the major internationals. Great Britain take that bronze medal. Sasha Kindred. Another medal for Sasha Kindred. I've lost count how many Sasha Kindred's got at this championship. It's been half a dozen already. Rob Wellborn and James Hollis swam. The S10 swimmers swam in the middle of that relay team, and Joseph Craig, bronze medalist in the 100 freestyle tonight. Bronze medalist again in the relay. Joseph Craig can be very happy with his day's work. So the team from Great Britain take the bronze medal.
Winners of the silver medal, Ukraine!
Ukraine take the silver medal. Team including a couple of newcomers to international competition. Denis Dubrov, there on the left-hand side, won the 200 meters individual medley yesterday. Dmitry Vanzenko. Ariane Kavnitsaya. And anchored by familiar figure of Yevgeny Bohodaiko. Ukraine take the silver medal. Really not much more than they could hope for, because the winners were extremely dominant in this one. Alexander, the two Alexanders leading him off. Demyanenko on the first leg, Skaliuk on the second. Konstantin Lysenko was the S8 swimmer who went on the third leg. They handed over to the man who had just broken the 100 freestyle record earlier this evening. What a man to have on the anchor leg. It was Denis Tarasov. Ukrainians accepting their mascot's European record, held by Great Britain, set back in the Beijing Paralympic Games. Does still stand, but not by much, only by just over half a second. A good performance, though, from the winners, the team from Russia. To the Russian team there. That was a convincing performance. Final presentation of this evening will be for the women's relay. It's 4x100 meters freestyle relay. 34 points. And again, the organisers are running almost exactly to time here. Well, we have had about 5 minutes behind, but we had an extra medal presentation to fit in, so we can let them off with that one. Very well conducted championship so far. 1 day to go. I hope I'm not talking out of turn. I hope nothing happens, because it's been championship, no major problems at all. Fingers crossed nothing happens tomorrow. The bronze medalists are the team from Russia. It was a strong team. We thought they may challenge for the silver in the closing stages. Couldn't quite get back on terms with the Spanish team. Gudsova was the swimmer who led them off. The tall Hamlina, we saw her earlier in the week take a medal in the 50 freestyle. Vladikina accepting her medal, and Nina Ryabova, the anchor leg swimmer for the Russian team. Bronze medal to Russia. Well done to the Russian team. Well done to the silver medalists. A great performance from the Spanish team, and they are very pleased there to be on the medal podium. Very pleased indeed. Silver medal for the team from Spain. Nuria Marquez Soto led them off well. Teresa Perales on the second leg, a lower class swimmer, held the position to allow Sarai Gascon to get the Spanish back into second position. And Hernando Santos, well, didn't she hang on well against the advancing Nina Ryabova on that final leg. Both Gascon a 104 and Hernando Santos a 105. Really good swimming from the last two swimmers for the Spanish team. Good squad from Spain. They will get faster. But the champions of Europe are Great Britain. The team of Millward, Rogers, Slater and Ty. Millward led them off in 64.5. Susie Rogers, on her birthday, took the second leg. Stephanie Slater blitzed down that third leg to bring Great Britain into the lead. And young Alice Ty, the 15-year-old, was the anchor swimmer and completing her full set of medals here at these championships. Gold, silver and bronze now for Alice Ty, and that last leg of 103.1 was a sensational last leg from the youngster. European champions, the women's 4x100 metres freestyle relay, 34 points are Great Britain. Excellent performance from the Great Britain team. It's a young team, a new team, and just 2.5 seconds outside the European record held by the GB team that competed in the London Games in 2012. Done to the relay teams, the final presentation of this evening. Great Britain win that final gold. They're landing, lying pretty handily in the medal table. GB team with 26 gold medals so far at these championships. 2 behind Russia on 28, who are 7 behind Ukraine, who have 35 medals. 35 gold medals. Can we get the 100 medals up for Ukraine tomorrow? That would be a milestone. Well, that's the end of the evening session on day 6 of these European Championships. Just one more day to come. We started off this evening with a world record performance from Denis Tarasov. We saw another world record. We saw European records. We saw excellent relay performances. I must thank Giles Long for joining me here in the commentary box tonight. It's been a great night of action. We'll be back for the final day tomorrow. Join us at 9 AM local time for day 7.